Top 10 Beatles Untold Truths. Number 10. One morning, John Lennon sat watching TV when a Kellogg's Cornflakes commercial jingled through the screen.
Good morning, good morning.
The catchy slogan stuck, and before long, Good Morning, was born. Number 9. Paul McCartney, a mischievous 16-year-old skipping school, strummed the first notes of Love Me Do in 1958. Years later, John Lennon jumped in, weaving his magic into the middle eight. Number 8. On November 22, 1963, as America reeled from President Kennedy's assassination, the Beatles released With the Beatles. That day, history was rewritten, both in music and in tragedy. Number 7. 5 months after John Lennon's shocking death, George Harrison released All Those Years Ago. A heartfelt tribute to his lost friend, layered with sorrow, nostalgia, and a lingering sense of disbelief. Number 6. On Abbey Road's iconic cover, Paul McCartney stood out, not because of a secret message, but because he was the only Beatle without a beard. A small detail, yet strangely unforgettable. Number 5. For most people, a few birthday cards from friends will do. But when George Harrison turned 21, he received over 30,000. A reminder that Beatlemania never needed an invitation. Number 4. John and Paul both poured their grief into song. Lennon wrote Julia for his mother, while McCartney's Let It Be whispered words of comfort from his late mother, Mary. Number 3. Paul McCartney woke up with a tune in his head. He called it Scrambled Eggs at first. Later, it became Yesterday.
Yesterday.
The most covered song in music history, with over 2,200 versions. Number 2. After John and Yoko moved out of Tittenhurst Park, Ringo Starr moved in. For years, the grand estate was his, until he finally let go in the late 1980s. Number 1. In just 8 years, from 1962 to 1970, the Beatles reshaped music forever, releasing 24 UK singles and 12 studio albums. A lifetime's work for most bands, but just another chapter for the Beatles.